What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? The witch's kiss, when your dick touches the toilet bowl while you're taking a dump. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. Only weirdos choose to piss in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Also, if we have to use the toilet to piss, we tend to piss on the side of the bowl to make less noise. Pee shivers. We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is, often, not possible, led with something along the lines of "can I vent for a minute" or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening, rather than a problem solving session. Sometimes when we are walking our balls hit our legs. The good old pinch and roll technique. A lot of guys answering right now are on the toilet enjoying some quality time with Reddit. The bathroom is an experience for many men. Thank you for the silver and gold strangers. Guys like to be complimented too. Nothing makes my day more than having someone compliment me about something random like my shoes. Our erections don't always mean we're horny. It just goes up sometimes and I'm here like, what is it, boy, you see something? Just because I got pee on the wall doesn't mean I'm being lazy. It's because it decided to come out a different direction than where the hose was pointed. Our aim isn't bad, it's just sometimes a weird spray. If you want something to happen between us, you gotta meet us halfway. If we're not making a move, we are probably doing our best to not fuck it up. It's not that we can't take hints, we are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is? Bunch of snitches in this thread. On hot days her balls get stuck to her thighs and it feels like they've been bonded together by super glue. Nice try, BuzzFeed. I like hugs. We're shit at seeing your signs that you're into us. Our balls are slightly uncomfortable 30% of the time. The nod. When you see a guy you don't know, or kind of know but don't really know well enough to talk to, walks by, you give a subtle nod of your head, which they return. I talked to my wife about it and she confirms that women do not do this, but that they sometimes smile instead. If you have a foreskin and untrimmed pubes, sometimes your dick munches on your pubes, leading to a very uncomfortable situation needing us to find a restroom or a private corner as fast as possible. Men can have eating disorders and body positivity issues too. I've struggled for years, and yet the few people that I do open up to about it just write it off as a phase or just forgetting to eat once in a while. But when girls come forward with the same issue, it's immediately addressed as a serious matter. And when the issue is talked about on a larger scale, men are rarely, if ever, included. That when you ask me what I'm thinking, and I say it's nothing, it's just that it would take too much effort to explain why I'm deciding if Bruce Lee trapped in a bionicle would be able to fight off waves of small animals like the Pickle Rick scene. If our balls are itchy, we don't actually scratch them. Instead we rely on clever little pinches to the nutsack. The occasional longer stride to attempt to inconspicuously adjust our balls. I had a girl tell me that my haircut looked nice. I've kept that same haircut for 4 years since then. Sometimes we want to not do anything cause our dicks get hard for no reason. Boners don't automatically mean arousal. That will never be said enough. Sometimes we use the stream of our pee to try and clean poop stains on the bottom of toilet bowls. The desire to touch the top of the doorframe is a primal one. I can't understand it, I just do it. Most guys, at least that I know of, compliment other men in their heads but don't say it aloud so that way we aren't mistaken for being gay, which there is nothing wrong with. I compliment my best buds just to see their faces light up. I think more men need to get complimented on small things. It doesn't happen that often. We can't move our penis without closing our butthole. Edit. Thanks for all the silver and the gold. This is really blowing up. How often we fantasize about saving the day from terrorist attack or something. When you ask what are we thinking about and we say nothing, we really mean it. Never underestimate a guy's ability to not being thinking about stuff at all times. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say that's not going anywhere. We feel a great social pressure to be strong, less emotional, carry others, make money. A lot of times we don't know how to, and we're scared. But we know we're not supposed to be, and we know we're not supposed to ask for help. So we get stressed and angry. Shrinkage. Compliments will last for weeks, months, even years. Guys are crazy for a simple "you're hot" or "you're really handsome" or something with their personality or looks. Edit. Gold. If you have a son, don't rush into his room and demand that he get up immediately to do chores or some shit. He definitely has morning wood and would appreciate not needing to hide a boner from his mom. Give him like 5 minutes. There is an unwritten rule of bathroom urinal etiquette that is never taught to young men, but is somehow universally known. When a man enters a public restroom to pee in the urinal, he is to occupy every other available urinal from other urinating men, meaning, the prime peeing positions are in urinals 1, 3, and 5. If that is available, 2 and 4 should only be occupied if there are no other choices. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we're jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, you know. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon. I spent an hour or so this morning reading about fighter jets, then dozed off and dreamt that I was a pilot. Then I remembered a cool folder I had once with a T-Rex flying a fighter jet on it. I laughed out loud at that memory, and when my wife asked why, I said not to worry about it. Then I laughed again because I thought about a T-Rex trying to fit in at flight school. My wife and I are now fighting because she thinks I'm hiding something. We're really not that mysterious. Sometimes we're just laughing at a T-Rex trying to take notes on wind speed and lift. If you compliment my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. Adjusting your dick upwards towards your belly button when having a boner in public in order to hide it. Having a boner doesn't always mean you're turned on. We're just as insecure as anyone. I'm not staring at you, I'm zoned out thinking about how I'd start a brewery in medieval England whilst my eyes just happen to be facing your direction. It's actually not always so easy to get an erection. Sometimes he's tired, or he's nervous or worried, or he's on meds that make it difficult. Antidepressants are notorious for this, or any number of things. The stereotype is that men are always ready to get up and go, but this is far from true. So don't expect it, and don't be offended when his dick doesn't want to play, even if he does. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. Oftentimes, we genuinely don't care where we go to eat because we're just hungry and want food. Any food, as long as you eat some too. If we have a goofy hobby and you take interest in it, even the slightest, we love it. I'm a big gamer, and my wife, who also games but not the same ones I play, will often watch what I'm doing, ask about the game, and generally take an interest. Her saying, "Oh, are you looking forward to Anthem?" is really cool, and I appreciate her interest. It's be so easy for her to pay no attention, and her doing so makes a big difference. I've been on the toilet for 30 minutes but I am actually pooping. Gold. Edit. Thanks for that. Can I trade my coins for hemorrhoid cream? Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. If it is hot outside, and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. Men have just as many issues with mental health, depression, anxiety, body issues, Please recognize this. I hate living in a world where it's not socially acceptable for men to talk about these things. A lot of guys will talk about their experiences and issues but don't feel like they can. I feel like we just sort of ignore the issue, and guys that have mental health issues are sort of looked down upon because men are all supposed to be outgoing and confident. Maybe you have a guy friend who doesn't get out a lot. Maybe he's acting strange or isn't totally there. This might be why. We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. Sometimes we masturbate just to pass the time. It is not sexual at all. It is a bit like making a coffee to pass 10 minutes. I just spent the last hour shouting all of these to my husband in the other room, and him replying, "Yep,